Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Reality Is Where Words Do Come to Life. Look, I was watching a recent episode of The Equalizer. And in this particular episode, there was a young man, around about in his 20s, that was in jail. And no matter how he said he was innocent, they left him in here, and while he was in there, he was mishandled, he was beaten, and all kinds of stuff. And so there was the son, the father, and the grandfather. And as the story went along, the father went to a press conference with the state's attorney's office. And nobody never looked at the evidence, the videotape, to see if what the young man was saying, that he was innocent, even though they had all the proof. His time frame of when the incident took place, he verified where he was, and they ignored that. And so the father went to the press conference and he got irritated, and he blamed the state's attorney's office for his son being locked up. Well, the pressure from the son was so intense that he kept saying that he was innocent, that he actually created a rope to hang himself. Now, luckily, when they found the next day, yes, he was still swinging from the top, but he didn't die. Make a long story short, come to find out, the state's attorney's office, the other attorneys in the state's attorney office, stalled the process. They ignored the evidence because he was doing some illegal activity with somebody else. And the person that he was doing the illegal activity with was already in the criminal eye, and nobody can never catch him, and nobody can never pin any charges on him, because somebody in the state's attorney's office was help him cover his mess up. But here is the interesting part in that storyline: the stalling of the process. The saying that we have to find more paperwork, we need more documentation, we need more video. So, brings me to a point. These are black and brown individuals, and they are the ones who get the short end of the stick. So when we make a claim and we try to say that we put all the issues and the problems on the police department, no, take some of that from the police department. 3/4 of our issues in our judicial system come from the judges and the state's attorney's office. And then the small part of that 3/4 is these private attorneys and these public defenders. See, with the public defenders, their caseload is so heavy, they don't care. They don't really take the time to investigate and evaluate. Then you got to ask the question, why are the public defenders on such overload? Then here's another question. Is private attorneys in cahoots with the state's attorney's office? For as much money as families pay for representation, for retaining fees, for documentation fees, for filing fees, you think their asses would speed up the process a little quicker. Now you tell me it take you 3 years to get documentation. Kyle Rittenhouse didn't last a year before his stuff was in court. Y'all lied, y'all manipulated, and freed the boy. And now he's walking around. So it lets me know it don't take you no time to find what you need to find out. So Kim Foxx, I'm back on your tail again, because your office is stalling. And I want to know the reasons why you are stalling. 3 years? Are you really serious? Now I understand when the gentleman said he's been sitting in Cook County Jail for 9 years. It don't take y'all asses that long to find out what you need to find out. Y'all dug up what y'all need to dig up on Jussie Smollett. You was persistent in that effort because you was embarrassed and you had mud on your face, so you had to clean it up some kind of way. But why is it's the black and the brown that you all go so hard after to prove that they are guilty, but you won't prove that they're innocent, or it was self-defense, whatever it may be. It don't take y'all that long to find no documentation. It doesn't. You find what you want when you want to find it, how you want to find it. Them cases that y'all got sitting up there, y'all need to hurry and close them. Because I declare election time is coming. And just as many videos as you all going to do to pump and prime and lie is going to be just as many videos going to show up behind you. For your Tony Prepwinkles, I know you running again. For your Tom Dart, and I heard you running again too. For your Mayor Lightfoot, I heard you running again too. But let me give y'all a little bit of information. COVID is not going to save your seat. It's not. It's more than COVID-19. And if we don't fight for something, we ain't going to gain nothing. Everybody else get privileges. Everybody else get respect. Everybody else get recognition. And everybody else see change except for us. And that needs to cease. So for your Bible scholars, and I'm not saying I'm a Bible scholar, remember Pharaoh didn't want the children of Israel to go, and the Lord allowed the plagues to visit the land. See, there's a lot of pharaohs in our elected officials' offices across the United States. The president, the vice president, the Congress, the Senate, state representatives, the mayors, the governors, state representatives. See, it's a lot of pharaohs in these different officials' areas of holding seat that's supposed to serve the people. So first you got COVID, then you got the Delta variant, now you got Omicron. You know why? Because y'all lying, you're cheating, you're manipulating, you're stealing people's lives, all in the sake of, I'm representing you. I have your best interests at heart. And y'all don't give a damn about nobody. I don't know how y'all sleep at night. I don't get it. How do you rest? And how do you smile and lie at the same time? Like you really care. Kim Fox, I done seen you twice. Yeah, you got the resentencing thing where you checking out old cases, but we shouldn't be in a position where we have to go back and check out old cases if y'all would do y'all damn job right the first time. The first time. But it's too much like right. Y'all give all the passes to the white people. They get the little tap on the hand, and black folks, you want to hang them. And enough is enough. So just know these videos are not going away. And I'm going to keep calling y'all out until we see some changes. And that I mean, I just sent an email to a new individual, and I'm waiting on that response. But just know, I'm not letting up. I hear the stories. I'm sick of mothers crying. I'm sick of hearing babies crying, where my daddy, where my mother. And you all are to blame for holding up the process. When you have all the evidence you need, you got the paperwork, you know who's the guilty person. You know how it played out. You know how it started, and you know how it went down. But you want to leave people in those cells, in that position, so they can break, so they can plea out, and you can throw extra stuff on their record, and they will never be able to expunge it. Ha! But y'all claim that y'all took an oath of office to uphold. What are you upholding? Selfish agendas. Because ain't no way in hell Cook County Jail should still be housing at least 50% of people that have not been to trial. No judge should deny bail to anybody who has nothing on their record. And you have evidence. But the buck of the problem falls on the state's attorney's office. Now, Kim Foxx says she's one person. She got so many attorneys, but you are still over them. So it's your responsibility to make sure things are get expedited. You say quick trial started in October. So why is it 3 years later and nothing has changed as of yet? Help me to understand. Y'all say a lot of shit out your mouth. A lot of stuff out your mouths. A lot. But you can cash your words in to save your life. They have no value. None. You're not trustworthy. Period. And you don't keep your word. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.